while since I've done a video. Not sure why. Guess I just didn't have something in me to talk about. But beginning of this, you can see that I showed our camper, and my family and I just got home from a 2.5 week vacation, pulling that camper all over parts of Alberta, central and southern Alberta. And I just want to talk about, some courtesy, safety, vehicles when you're driving around, whether it's a camper RV or a horse trailer or a big semi. I can't even tell you how many vehicles would pass us and cut us off, or they would just drive right in front of us, so not even having two vehicles, let alone two big trailer distances. We're doing 100 kilometers an hour. Do you realize that? Well, let's look at some kinetics or some whatever it's called. You know that it's like a regular car going 100 kilometers an hour. Now, these numbers aren't going to be exact, but these are just off the top of my head. First of all, it takes up to about a second to a second and a half from the time you see brake lights come on ahead of you to the time your brain reacts and identifies it, and then your foot responds and you're pushing on the brake. So you've already traveled for a second and a half at 100 kilometers an hour. So you've traveled a few meters down the road. They're already coming to a stop before you are. And then once you hit your brakes, a small vehicle can stop in about 45 to 50 meters. And then the bigger the vehicle is, the further it can go. Like a large, heavy pickup with a trailer is probably going to be 150 to 200 meters, maybe more. So when you cut people off that are pulling trailers, especially if it's a heavy unit, ours is not real heavy, but fairly heavy, the vehicle brakes are really working hard. You've got a lot of momentum. You've got inertia going down the road. It's going to take a long distance. So if you pull in front of somebody and then just slam on your brakes or decide to turn, these vehicles can't veer off very easy. It's not easy to maneuver a trailer or a large vehicle, large trucks even. But some people just, I don't know, when I was young and I was learning how to drive, we had what was called the 2-second rule. And basically, what that did was, I said you respond in about a second and a half. So that gives you 2 seconds. So basically, if you're going 40 kilometers an hour down the road, 50 kilometers down the road, you count 2 seconds from the vehicle in front of you to the front of yours. What that does is that extends that space between you and the vehicle in front of you, allowing for the time to stop. Now, they're taught now a 2-vehicle distance. That's the minimum. 2-vehicle distance. That's not and yet you see people going with hardly even 2 vehicles between them at 100, 110, 120 kilometers an hour. I was an EMT for a few years. And you know what happens at 120 kilometers an hour to people in a vehicle? You don't want to see it. I've had to dig kids out from underneath dashes. I had to pull dead kids out of their car seats because somebody decided to follow too close or cut somebody off at 100, 120 kilometers an hour or miles per hour, 60, 70 mile per hour, 80 mile an hour. What's the hurry? So it takes you 5 more minutes to get wherever you're going. You could care less about what other people, you have, all you're thinking about is yourself. You're not thinking about the others on the road. We had probably about 4 real close near misses where if I hadn't been paying real close attention, if I'd have been looking down, looking at my speedometer at the wrong time, if I was looking in my right mirror instead of my left at the wrong time, we'd have probably hit something. But fortunately, I was there, I was able to see it, and I was able to either divert or hit my brakes and divert from it. Is it worth it? Is it really worth it? Or passing on the right side just because somebody hasn't pulled over yet. Like, there's times I always like to give at least 2 full length distances between the back of my vehicle and the vehicle I just passed before I pull over. That's courtesy. Well, just because I don't pull right over after I'm passing somebody doesn't mean you should pass me on the right because you're in a little sports car. There's blind spots. I almost took out a guy because that's what he did. And I had my blinker on, by the way, and he still passed me on the right-hand side. I could see the frustration of big truck drivers real easy, or people pulling horse trailers. I've seen too many incidences where people pull in front of horse trailers, and it not only damages the truck, the trailer, but it kills or injures horses to where they have to kill them. Why? Because somebody's in a hurry. If you want to do 130, 140 kilometers an hour, 80, 90 miles an hour, whatever if you're in the US or Canada, that's your right. But don't jeopardize other drivers on the road that are trying to maybe having to go slower or whatever. Give us some distance. Use some courtesy. Use your blinkers, for crying out loud. I can't believe how many of these high dollar cars seems to be, like the Porsches and the BMWs and whatever, the blinkers don't work. I know that's sarcasm, and it's meant to be that way. Come on, folks, use your blinkers. Let people know when you're turning. Don't just pull in front of somebody. Maybe you aren't in the wreck, but you can cause a wreck very easily. And that wreck may be somebody's mother, father, kids, grandkids that are either injured or killed because of your stupidity. Sorry I have to post this. It just breaks my heart. I don't know, everybody's in a big hurry. And yeah, I got the one finger salute several times. But hey, I was on my side of the road, the right side. I was going the speed limit. Just because somebody else is going a little slower on the left-hand lane doesn't make it my fault. Whose fault is it? Well, it's yours for trying to go too fast. Back off. Maybe it'll take you an extra 30 seconds to get where you're headed. Let's be safe out there. Let's make it to where there's less people dying on the roads every year. Breaks my heart when I read and see the news. Such and such motorcycle wreck, got hit by this, or family injured because somebody runs a stop sign, whatever. It's all because we're in a hurry or we're distracted. Take your time a little bit. Enjoy life. Take that extra minute to get to work. Remember, there's other people on the road as well. They also have some place to go. Anyway, that's my rant for the day. I hope everybody has a great day. I hope everybody is having an awesome summer, getting out, enjoying the weather the way it is. I want you to remember that God loves you and cares for you. And thank you, and you all have a great day.